Apple and raspberry. What a delightful combination. Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in there. I was just enjoying me favourite juice drink, J2O, with their fantastic fruit blends. That's J2O, juice for everyone. Well, not everyone, not for people like allergic to it. Anyway, I am meant to be reviewing comic books, so I'll just put this tasty beverage out of the way. Today we are looking at Spider-Man, issue 16, and the very first thing you're thinking will be, my god, that cover is awful. Why are all the characters walking up a wall? But the thing is, you're meant to turn it sideways, stupid. And now look, it is a really, really good image there. It is by Todd McFarlane, and this is actually Todd McFarlane's last ever issue on Spider-Man, which is probably why Spider-Man is saying bye, Todd. And it is also a crossover with Excellent Force. And it says there that is part 1, but it's actually part 2, because part 1 was in Excellent Force issue number 3, and they just didn't list it on the cover. So if you're buying this thinking it is part 1, then you're going to be confused because it's actually part 2. But as I said before, really, really good image. Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane always looks great. And Todd McFarlane, he actually draws Excellent Force really, really well. You've got Time Bomb there, you've got Shatterman there, you've got Thunderman, and there is my favourite, Cannonballs. And the story so far is that the Juggernaut, he is attacking the World Trade Center. You know, the one from 9/11. And Excellent Force showed up to stop him. And then Spider-Man showed up as well. But the thing is, you've got to read the whole comic sideways. And I love it when comics do that. I think it is brilliant. So Spider-Man, he has shown up to the fight. And then we get this fantastic double splash page of the Juggernaut. And this is fantastic. Some people tend to forget how good Todd McFarlane was. But this is really, really great. And we've got the credits there, and it says special assist by Robert Liefeldman. And the thing is, Robert Liefeldman, he was the drawer of Excellent Force at this point, and he was also doing the plot. But I don't think it is just like a plot assist. I have pinpointed what I think might be the special assist by Robert Liefeldman in this comic. So the Juggernaut is there, and we're picking up where Excellent Force issue 3 finished off. Thunderman, he just had a big fight with Juggernaut, and now the rest of Excellent Force are showing up. We've got Shatterman and Wolf Girl, and they're getting ready to fight the Juggernaut. And then they're still getting ready to fight the Juggernaut. And then Cannonballs shows up, and honestly, I think Todd McFarlane may just be the best artist to ever draw Cannonballs, because this, honestly, it looks fantastic. And as I've said before, Cannonballs, he is one of my favourites, real name Tom Cannons, and we get this good little scene here of Cannonballs trying to fight the Juggernaut. And he's saying stuff like, let's see if he could take a shot full force to the chest, Cannonballs style. And Juggernaut, he's just grinning and he's saying, this'll be amusing and fun. And then on the next page, we see Cannonballs bouncing off his chest and like ricocheting away. And he's saying, oops. And then we've got all this writing here that says, luckily for Tom, his body is protected from harm when it is in rocket mode. But the sheer impact has disrupted his power. So Tom is once again just human, hurling 137 miles an hour towards concrete walls. Won't help the situation any. Fortunately, fate is on his side, and Spider-Man swings in and saves Cannonballs. And then we're on to the subplot here, and there is an image of the Twin Towers, which is certainly very haunting these days. And this is kind of where you would be lost if you never read the real part 1, because you wouldn't recognise most of these characters. You'd have no idea who Gideon is, and this is kind of just like continuing on that subplot. But the real main piece of this issue is the big fights with Juggernaut. There we have got Excellent Force fighting them, and Spider-Man, since he has fought the Juggernaut before, he decides to go up to her and go, hey, stop fighting with these kids. Why don't you not fight with your old pal Spidey? And we're back with the subplot. That won't really mean much to anything if you haven't read part 1. And the thing is, Cable Sister's armour here is awful. The thing is, Robert Liefeldman, he had this weird disease where he could not draw a character wearing the same costume for more than 2 issues. So suddenly, Cable's just showed up wearing this really ugly armour. And credit where credit's due, Todd McFarlane tries his hardest to make this look alright, but it's an uphill struggle for him. And what's happening is Cables and Gideon, they're having an argument, and Dominoes breaks them up. And we're back with the fight, and Spider-Man, he is trying to reason with the Juggernaut. As I've said before, I really like when characters do this. It is what Captain America, the best superhero in all the world of all time, ever would do. He tries to reason with the supervillains rather than fight them. Well, the thing is, Spider-Man realises that this is getting nowhere, so he webs up the Juggernaut's eyes and he bends over and he gets Thunderman to push him over him. And I'll be honest, this is a really, really funny prank to do, but I don't think it's going to stop the Juggernaut. And then Time Bomb shows up and she is angry that they're fighting without her. And then we have got this advert here for what is very likely a con, trying to get young children to ring in a phone line that probably charges extortionate amounts per second. And then we have got this, and this is the page where I think Robert Liefeldman lended an assist, because this is pure Liefeldman. If you look, not a single foot is visible, they're all obscured, and Squealy's daughter there, that is pure Liefeldman. But what I think that's happened is, he did the layouts for this, and then McFarlane kind of like fleshed them out, because Domino's there looks very, very McFarlane, and Gideon there, he looks very McFarlane. But stuff like Cables, his anatomy is terrible, and like you could see that always obscuring the feet, and his face here is like a horrible composite of Liefeldman and McFarlane. So I think this is the special assist by Robert Liefeldman. And we're basically continuing on with the fight with Excellent Force and Juggernaut. And Shatterman, he throws his sword at the Juggernaut and it stabs something. And this is actually one of the reasons Todd McFarlane left Marvel, because this is censored. This isn't the original art. If you hold on, I've got a trade paperback which shows the original art. There, as you can see, the sword originally went into his eye and you saw loads of blood, but that is what we got. And that is supposedly the reason he stopped writing and drawing for Marvel. But the thing is, I think a lot of the Image lot, they were kind of looking for excuses to leave at that point. And this was kind of like a good one for him to use. So the Juggernaut, he is hurt and he runs into one of the Twin Towers and he brings the whole tower down. And in 2018, a terrorist crashing into one of the Twin Towers and bringing it down. It isn't a plot that you can really do in comics anymore. And the thing is, Spider-Man and Excellent Force, they are trapped under the tower. And that is a really good image there of both of them. And that is where we're to be continued. And then we have got the letters thing. And I just wanted to draw attention to this because it isn't letters, it is Todd McFarlane saying goodbye. And I like this bit here where he thanks all the people that he's worked with, and then he goes, "The other people without whom none of this could have been possible are you, the readers. I thought that as a tribute to all the loyal Spider-Man fans out there, instead of answering regular mail, I would list the names of all of you who have written to me over the last couple of months. Those of you still writing after a year of publication are some of the most special fans that I could ever hope to have. Thanks for your support. Maybe we can do it again soon." And then he's just got a long list of names of people that have written to him. And it's really nice. It's a nice little tribute. This is a good comic. It is a nice little fight with the Juggernaut. It's got really good art by Todd McFarlane. And you've also got to turn it sideways. So it is really good. I rate it 7 thumbs up.